In the south of China, there's a place people call Mexico. Forests full of skulls, an astronomical line that locals turned into myth, and a palace where the same clan ruled for 660 uninterrupted years. It's not a mistake on the map, and it's not a geographical coincidence. This territory hides something far more interesting than its name. Behind Mexico lie three ancient cultures, rituals that are still practiced today, and a trade route that connected Asia for over 1,000 years. Mariachis? We'll get to that. The territories of Mojiang, Ximeng, and Menglian are counties in the prefecture of Pu'er in Yunnan, the same province famous for its tea. Together, they form a 486-kilometer border strip, shared with Laos, Vietnam, and Myanmar. This is no ordinary border. Since the Tang dynasty, these mountains were crossed by the ancient tea route, a network of paths connecting Yunnan with Tibet and Southeast Asia. Mule caravans climbed loaded with tea and came back down with spices, silk, ideas, and religions. This region was never China's periphery. It was always the center of something much bigger. But let's take them one by one. The first of the three has something no other place in China can claim, an invisible line that runs exactly through its territory, and the locals built an entire park around it. Mojiang, the Tropic of Cancer, the twins, and the Han people. In Mojiang County, nature has written a phenomenon without parallel in the world. With a population of roughly 270,000, this territory records over 1,200 pairs of twins and triplets. In response to this exceptional reality, the Mojiang International Twins Festival was born in 2005, a celebration that has already brought together more than 19,000 pairs of twins from over 40 countries. Local legend attributes the mystery to a water well in the village of Hexi, where couples who want to have twins go to drink from its waters. Science has found no explanation, but people keep going. Mojiang wasn't always known for its twins. For centuries, it was a key stop on the tea route. The ancient town of Bixi was one of the most important resting points for the mule caravans transporting tea from Pu'er toward Tibet, and from there on to India. The stone courtyards still standing today, the Saheyuan, are the same ones where those merchants slept 800 years ago. But Mojiang's story doesn't end there. The Tropic of Cancer runs exactly through here, and the locals turned it into an attraction. The Tropic of Cancer Park, with a sundial at the exact point, a planetarium, and the fire creation station, where, according to Han mythology, a deity descended along this very line to deliver fire to humanity. Among all the traditions of the Twins Festival, one of the most distinctive is the Hani Moni He, which literally means smear your face black. Although it has its roots in the Wa people of the neighboring county of Kangyuan, Mojiang adopted it and gave it an entirely Hani meaning. According to Hani tradition, the soot from the household hearth is a gift from the sun, a sacred substance that carries blessings. Its place in this celebration is no accident. It reflects the logic that runs through the entire festival. Fertility. The twin well blesses with children. The Moni Hai blesses with health and good fortune. The Tropic of Cancer blesses with the energy of the sun as it turns to return. In Mojiang, every ritual points toward the same wish, an abundance of life. If you want to know everything about the Muni He Festival, the link is right there on your screen. The second county is different in every way. Wilder, more remote, and home to one of the most disturbing rituals still practiced in Asia. Ximeng, the sacred forest of the Wa people. We move now to the southwest, to Ximeng, the Wa Autonomous County, which holds one of the most overwhelming ritual complexes in all of China. Just 500 meters from the county's urban center lies a sacred sacrificial forest. In that forest, over 3,000 buffalo skulls hang from the trees, stacked on platforms, and buried in ritual poles. Its name is Longmoye, which in the Wa language means forest of buffalo heads. But it's not only buffalo skulls on display. The remains of ancient stakes for human skulls are still there, a practice that wasn't abandoned until the mid-20th century. Why all of this? Because the Wa people owe a debt to the buffalo. Wa mythology says that at the beginning of the world, there was a great flood. The ancestors were on the verge of death, clinging to a tree, when a water buffalo appeared and carried them to dry land on its back. Then, facing starvation, that same animal sacrificed itself to feed them, with one condition, that its head be preserved as a sacred offering forever. The buffalo sacrifice ritual, the Piao Niu, follows an exact protocol. The animal must have a uniform coat, without markings, a sign of good heart. The family matriarch adorns it with colorful blankets and necklaces. A shaman dances with a spear, drinks rice wine, and drives the harpoon directly into the heart. The way the buffalo falls is read as an omen for the entire community. If you're enjoying this content, like and subscribe so these stories can reach more people, and so they too can find out why there's a Mexico in China. Continuing our journey through Mexico, we arrive at the third county. Menglian, the last Dai kingdom. In the Dai language, the name means the ideal place one seeks, and of the three counties, Menglian is the most political, with a history of power that lasted 660 years. In 1406, Emperor Yongle of the Ming Dynasty granted official authority over this border territory to the Dao clan, of Dai ethnicity. The deal was simple: govern your people, keep the peace, pay us tribute. The system was called Tusi, hereditary local chiefs in service of the empire. The Dao clan ruled for 28 uninterrupted generations, until the mid-20th century. The record of all that power sits in Nayun, where the Menglian Pacification Commission Department still stands. The building was destroyed by fire and rebuilt during the Qing dynasty, but inside it holds the original Tusi documents, ceremonial uniforms, maps, torture instruments, and ritual objects. It is literally the archive of how China governed its borders for centuries without sending an army, by delegating power to local families who knew the land. Today, Nayun is considered the best preserved ancient Dai city in China. Thais, Laotians, and Burmese come on pilgrimage because they recognize in this place the origin of their own culture. So why Mexico? In Chinese, Mexico is written Ma Shi Ge, and someone noticed that two of these counties share the first characters, Mojiang and Shi Meng. Ma Shi, almost Mexico. One character was missing, and instead of using Menglians, travelers replaced the final K with K, which sounds almost the same, Ma Shi Ge, Mexico. Menglian doesn't even appear in the name. It's the guest who isn't in the photo, but without whom the trip makes no sense. It's not a geographical error. It's a joke by Chinese travelers that, like all good jokes, hides something real. Three ancient cultures, rituals that are still practiced, and a border that connected Asia for over 1,000 years. Mariachis? None. But what you find here is a whole lot more interesting. 3 counties, 3 cultures, 1 border. Mexico couldn't be further from Mexico, and yet it has something in common with that name. It's a place where worlds collide, where what arrives from one side and what comes from the other create something entirely new. That's what makes this territory still fascinating, centuries later. If you want to keep exploring the lesser-known stories and places of China, the next video is right here.